We all know that working out is fantastic for us. However, sometimes working out can be the thing that actually injures us. Deadlifting can be one of the most injurious activities that we can do in the gym. However, making sure that we're deadlifting correctly for our body type can be a great way to reduce our risk of injury. There are two major types of deadlifts that people typically go through. One is called the conventional deadlift. In the conventional deadlift, our feet are fairly close together and our hands fall outside of our knees. When we go to bend down and pick up the barbell, again, we are grabbing the barbell outside of our legs and our spine is at a fairly horizontal angle, nearly parallel to the ground. That spine angle is actually the most detrimental thing about a conventional deadlift. Due to that horizontal angle, that increases the amount of torque that's placed on our lower back, which can increase our risk of injury. Conventional deadlifts are typically best for those who have longer legs and shorter torsos. The other main type of deadlift is a sumo deadlift. In the sumo deadlift, our knees and our feet go very wide apart, nearly touching the plates on either end. When we go down to pick up the barbell, our hands go inside of our legs, very close to the middle of the barbell, nowhere near touching our knees. This can decrease our risk of lower back injury because it places our spine at a more vertical angle, decreasing the amount of torque. However, the cost of this is that it takes our hips to the end range of external rotation, which when we put a high amount of load in that end range, it can cause injury over time. Sumo deadlift is typically best for those who have shorter legs and a longer torso. The best way that I like to have people deadlift when they get low back pain while deadlifting is almost a combination of the two that I call a modified sumo deadlift. In a modified sumo deadlift, your feet are going to be a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and your toes are going to be pointed out at about a 45-degree angle. When we go down to pick up the barbell, you're going to notice that your elbows are going to be brushing the inside of your knees. That puts us into a little bit of a happy medium position, where our spine is not going to be as vertical as it would be in a sumo deadlift, but it's not going to be horizontal to the ground as it would be in a conventional. Again, it's going to be roughly around a 45-degree angle, a nice happy medium. Our hips are also going to be a little bit more centrated. They're not going to be as placed into that external rotation as they would in a sumo deadlift, decreasing our risk of injury. So again, this modified sumo deadlift is a really great way to decrease your risk of low back pain while also not putting your hips at an increased risk of injury either.